All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ragsdale channel. Yeah, we doing a little Sunday brunch. Y'all join in with us. Y'all hit that subscribe, that like. Bless. Excuse me. Y'all hit that share. Share this content. Say, me and my boy, Uncle Kurt, we on here today. I don't know. Punchy might join us. I doubted if Michael with the ugly girlfriend will, but Punchy out there somewhere. So if you join in, Punchy, oh well. But yo, we got a lot of issues going on with us as a people or whatever. And it's a lot of things. Since it's Sunday, the first day of the week, we want to talk about what is your price? Everybody has a price. And there's a lot of people on these YouTube streets, man. YouTube, social media is the new entertainment. It's the new TV. And a lot of people believe the entertainment game. The entertainment game is entertainment. If it can't enter you, it can't tame you. But we found some information that all the bigger channels and everybody is talking about. And I follow this dude, but y'all know we're Bible based on this channel. So if y'all want to debate or cross-reference what we talking about, go to the book of Matthew, chapter 26, 14 through 16. Everybody has a price. So, Kurt, go ahead, bro. Kick us off. You had brought up three issues. One of them was Snoop. What did you about this? Everyone has a price. What you got to say about this?
All right. So we was just, we was on our regular. Oftentimes, me and Pastor, we'll just be brain busting, talking about different issues and relating them to the Bible. So when this thing of betrayal or selling out comes up, in this instance, I used Snoop Dogg as a reference concerning his change of heart concerning the president, because he, called everybody else all kind of sellouts and sambos and buck dancers for performing for Trump on his last election. But this time he seems to have a change of heart. And I'm just saying, what was the price he paid to have that change of heart? Like, what did it cost him? Right. So, and then it's like, what was his price? I mean, like what made him kind of change his viewpoint, so to speak? And then the second one we was talking about is Charleston White and this footage that's been going around showing him testifying, you know what I'm saying, against some of his people. And then thirdly, Pastor, you have to remind me, man.
We talked about Judas.
Yes, Judas. And we related it back to Judas Iscariot, because we all know he knew he was walking with the Son of God, and his price was 30 pieces of silver. So what I asked was, every man has a price. I just don't know what mine would be. You know what I'm saying? But I'd like to ask everybody out there, what's your price? What's your what's your soul cost?
Right.
And have you sold it already and not know it?
Already. So y'all let us know what y'all think about what Snoop. I don't think we loaded that information, but everybody knows what Snoop, the way he talked about that last election. He called everybody sellouts and blah, 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 if they performed for Trump. But then on this election, all of a sudden him, Nelly, and what was that
Rick
boy?
Ross.
Rick Ross,
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy. He got his groove on, which he needed the money. Nelly needed the money.
Yeah.
But it's so much around that it makes you wonder, like you said earlier, Michael Harris, the true owner of Death Row.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've heard rumors. I neither confirm nor deny, and this is just for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly, Michael Harris is on the pardon list, and people have speculated that may be Snoop's price for getting the real owner of Death Row out of prison. That's been speculated.
Right. It makes sense. It makes real good sense. Everybody has a price. Everybody has a price. Everybody has a price. And then this is little cat, Charleston White.
Yeah.
I listen to him. Charleston White talks some real stuff.
Yeah.
But he also says some contradicting things. And like I said, I think it's all for social media. And I think he can always talk trash. And I've even noticed this about our channel. Everything, if we get controversial or get kind of out there or whatever, those get the most views. Everybody like to hear trash.
Yeah.
We try to say, oh, black people, we done came a long way. But we love trash. I like to say we got so much junk in our trunk. And it ain't a woman's booty.
Right.
We got so much gossip. We got so much hell. We got so much brokenness. We got so much broken families. We got so much homosexuality. We got so much the R word in our lives. We got so much pedos. We got all this stuff in our trunk. So it's so much. And he's went from just being a child criminal to a millionaire just by talking trash.
And still a criminal.
And basically, he's still a criminal. I heard, I've been following this case with, I think it was in either Memphis or Georgia, where an 11-year-old boy was unalived he got into it with a 12-year-old kid, and the kid, he unalived him in water. He drowned him, and he's already free. And the mother of the deceased is not happy with that. But it didn't get the media attention like other things do, probably because he didn't have the money or whatever. His parent, is not that money grab, so the media is not paying a lot of attention. But when I saw that this gentleman, that boy was out not even 2 years after he unalived this guy, this little boy, one of them boys that was there and said that he went along with the lie. And when they figured out that it was foul play, one of them is already out. And it's not confirmed, but it's said that both of them are out, or the other one that actually did it will be back out and able to attend public schools. So I really feel everyone has their price. To me, I see it as just black on black crime. But this Charleston White, he talks, Chucky, he talk a lot of noise. Yeah, the one-eyed bandit. He talk a lot of trash. He talks a lot of knowledge too. He says a lot of things that's true, things that basically you and I say all the time.
Right.
But he spits the truth. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of our own people don't like it. Because whenever you speaking the truth, you gonna get some dislike.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna get some dislike. But one thing I've learned about the truth, it hurts, but it don't harm.
Right. For me, just on other men in general, I accept you if this is you, right? If he's found a way to use his life experience and manipulation tactics to make a living and get a certain message across, I get that. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't invoke no hatred out of me. I mean, he's funny to me. And then the people who get pissed off at him, I mean, hit dogs holler.
Yes, that's the way I see it. Hit dogs holler. And you can't even say, well, he's a sellout. Say, man, black people don't stick together.
Right.
For real. Why y'all hating on this the one-eyed bat, I call it?
Yeah.
Why y'all hating on this dude? Black people, we don't stick together.
Yeah. And the same thing that's plaguing black folks, it plagues the greater body of Christ. Live with it. Let's deal with that right there. This man is a representation of our society. Saying one thing out one side of your mouth, but presenting something totally different to get your money.
Right, right. And with this clip we're about to show, y'all ask yourself, what will you sell out for? I've never been faced with a life sentence, but I went to school with probably one of the greatest athletes I ever blocked for. I don't know what I can say his name, so I won't.
Yeah, don't.
But he went down, you know him very well. Yeah. But he went down for beating a preacher, a blind preacher in Muskogee. And he'll probably never see freedom again. But he did not tell. The other three guys said he did it all. And they're free now, from what I understand. But my classmate will never get out. So what is your price? It's easy to judge a cat when you ain't in that situation.
Right.
But what I've learned is when you doing demonic things, there's no loyalty to demonic things. For some reason, people think the devil has morals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm a Crip, so I'm a Crip for life. I'm a, say, man, I ain't down with devilish things.
No.
If we go rob a bank, we go do something silly. We go unalive somebody. Everybody in the vehicle, everybody that's there is basically getting charged.
Yeah.
If I can get my time taken away and I did not do it,
right.
I did not do it.
Then you got decisions to make.
Yes, yes. So if you know, I don't know everybody that's on the rags that you maybe y'all haven't seen this clip, but we're gonna show y'all this clip of Charleston White.
Shout out to his
shout out to Urban Politicians TV. Big ups to you, bro. You bringing that heat. Y'all check out his channel, Urban Politicians TV. Y'all check this out. He named this out. He's a bigger station, so you know I think I've heard Charleston speak bad on this brother, but to me, hey, he's doing content and he has the right to feel the way he want to feel. That's you know, America has got so soft where people can't have an opinion. If you have an opinion, you're seen as a bully or a narcissist or something. But I mean, everyone has the right to see. So y'all check this out. Check this out. This is, the same little cat that's always talking, how he real about stuff and bold about stuff. But y'all check him out as a young teenager. Check him out right here.
Gun out the backseat of the car.
16-year-old Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently.
He pulled off the hammer back on the gun.
And then what happened?
He fired it.
Doolittle is accused of gunning down 34-year-old Michael Levy of Irving. Levy attempted to stop Doolittle, White, and 2 other teenagers accused of shoplifting 3 sports jackets and a baseball cap from an Arlington mall in September of 1991. Witnesses say Levy pounded on their windshield until the teens threw the jackets out the car window. Then Doolittle supposedly shot him in the back as Levy walked away. White repeated the conversation he says he had with Doolittle after the shooting.
I said, look, you shot him.
And what did he do?
Started laughing.
Levy had been married only 4 days when he was shot.
But I always had my dreams of my Prince Charming. I found him. And it's hard to believe, but I did. And I believe in fairy tales because he made my dreams come true. And they took that away.
White will be testifying against all 3 of his buddies in exchange for a maximum sentence of 12 years. A juvenile judge reduced the charge from capital murder to murder against Doolittle, so the teenager faces from 5 years to life in prison if he's found guilty.
I handed him the gun.
Dirty, what you think about that? That's your boy, C. White.
Well,
as a teenager.
To be honest,
he dined his boy. He dined his boy out, bro.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I in another life, I worked in the juvenile justice system. I counseled and dealt with juvenile offenders just like this dude, So I'll be careful about what I say about a teenager. But I will say the seeds of your character, they don't change. Your decisions do. Right? So looking back on that, judging from that point to where he is now, to be honest with you, I can't do nothing but applaud it. He ain't no repeat offender. I mean, the odds said that young man right there, he got a 12-year maximum sentence. Let's just take it if he just went and got a job and worked at Walmart all this time until the age he is now. It's a success story in the fact of he didn't remain in the system, right? Now, let's talk betrayal. Once you're a turncoat like that, I'll never trust you to be close in anything. Not to say you don't deserve to live, but no. I think he got 2 personalities because in his mind, part of him is still that 16-year-old little boy that told on his homeboys, right?
Right.
So when he be hating on these young rappers, these immature rappers, just seeing that right there make me think you just hating on young Charleston.
Wow.
You hate that dude that turned on his homeboys and testified in court. That's the dude you hate. It ain't Soulja Boy. It ain't Lil Boosie. No, you hate that dude.
Lil Woody.
Lil Woody, you hate that dude that's right there on that stand. Seems like that's who your campaign is against is him.
So is the dude out? Is that the one that he be hanging with?
No, that's Dewberry.
Dewberry.
Yeah. So we have to do some research. I don't think the other gentleman is out. He might be.
Dewberry.
Right.
Was he in there?
This was some kid by the name of Doolittle. It's not Dewberry. Dewberry, West Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Dewberry. Dewberry did something else, but Charleston, yeah, he has these little pity cases, cruelty to animals or whatever, but he's not a repeat offender. And he did do a lot to for the law in Texas for young brothers.
Yeah.
Where they did not get tried as adults, as teenagers, and you can't give them life.
Yeah.
As a teenage offender. So he's done a lot for them, but like you said, hey, that didn't look that looked man, that was booty juice and skunk.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say this. Whatever he was at that 16-year-old age, you've known me since I was 16. I'm basically the same me with better decision-making skills, right?
Right.
He's still whatever he was back then. He just made some different decisions.
Exactly.
You live long enough to do better.
Right.
Whatever that looks like.
Right.
For us, it's a matter of time for when you break your own BS cycle. And what I'm saying is, I found from my observation of myself and other black men that we start to really, really excel in life when we quit lying to ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's from personal experience and what I've observed. When you stop BSing yourself, it's other people's words. They're meaningless because you're telling yourself the truth.
Right.
It allows you to express the truth.
Exactly. Y'all put in them comments what y'all think about that. What y'all think about that? Because this snitching thing, it's a real big issue. You know, they call you a this, call you a that. But most of the people that's saying that probably hadn't done too much time. I can't say I've been in situations where I pastored and my guitar player unalived his girl and her daughter. And I was on a bowling team with the arresting officer. So as they was reading the mail and stuff, my name was popped up. So when he came to meet, which I had the inside scoop, I really did. I was like, I'm not going to do your job for you. I played the fifth. Not in court. We on the bowling lanes.
Right.
He's just talking to me, hey, you know this dude, and I know you know him because your name is brought up in several letters. You pastor over at blah, 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 blah. Now, I never liked the dude. Never liked him. I seen the spirit of death on him from day one.
Right.
That's why I don't deal with family churches, because they were like, well, he's one of our own. We need to take up money for him. For what?
Right.
We got people sitting in here struggling, trying to feed their children. But y'all want to send money to somebody that off the girl
and
her daughter?
Yeah. You live like a dog and die like a dog, bro. I ain't got no... I'm not chasing your casket.
Exactly.
Not doing it. So...
Exactly. So, in a sense, would you say Charleston, was it a self-preservation move? Or was it what we call snitch on the street or Did he snitch, or did he just do what any common sense person would do, cover their own behind?
Well, here's the thing. Time, all these years have made him right.
Right.
He's out walking around free.
Yeah, so I'm like, 6'2"? Yeah, 6'3". 6'3", 6'2".
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice being this, like, so tall. Yeah, right. It is. Yeah. I don't even play basketball anymore, but I used to. Yeah, same here. When I was like 16. Yeah. Right. Yeah. My mom be saying, "Oh yeah, whenever I come here, I always think about you." And I.
Yeah. All right, dog. I just told him, but he talking loud to somebody. But yeah, so I agree. I agree with that because I think if I was in that situation,
my bad.
I don't think no time would be if he wouldn't have. I don't think we'd know Charleston White today.
Right.
If he would have took that way of keeping his street creds.
Yeah.
My thing about
he'd be a better criminal right now.
Right, exactly.
Them same skills that he used to entertain, he'd be using to con. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So for me, we can look at it how we want to, but I got to give God the glory for that because he ain't looked back, bro. Regardless of what this character he put up and all that, I know for a fact he done did some good work in this world since that time.
Right.
Point blank. So when I put him on the scale, so to speak, what I know of him, I don't know him personally. So I'm just, from what I know and dealing with young offenders once upon a time, he's winning.
Exactly. That's the way I see it. I see it as I don't think there's no loyalty among thieves or murderers. I don't see. It would be hard for me to set up. I mean, I know he had to feel like a big old piece of caca.
Yeah.
Sitting there looking at his homeboy in the courtroom and then just straight diming him out like that. He had to feel. I'm like you. I hadn't thought about it in that perspective. But yeah, when he's venting and going out, I think he's fussing at that young Charleston, that 16 or 14, 15-year-old kid. And then he's probably still dealing with the turmoil that he sent his parents through his mom through. From what I see from his story, he was a suburban kid that did not have to be hanging in the hood. I don't know why kids. I don't understand why, if you don't have to be in that hood, why do they draw to mess and go into that life? Because when it came down to it, he wasn't made up with that material.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He never should have been in that situation in the first place.
What are we talking about?
Charleston White. Have you seen, if you watched earlier, we just watched the tape of him testifying against his friends when they unalived that guy.
What was the situation? What was the case?
It was unaliving. You have to go
16.
back.
He was 16 years old.
Yeah, just a quick overview.
Well, it's his testimony from when he was 16 years old. He was involved in a, I guess, murder conspiracy, and he received a 12-year maximum juvenile sentence, a 12-year maximum sentence for testifying. So it showed him testifying against his homeboys.
So Charleston White testified that his homeboy received a maximum 10. Maximum 12.
No, the homeboy got life. murder.
So why did Charleston get 12?
Because he turned state's evidence.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It was
and
a
how does he
murder
feel about that?
It was in Arlington. They murdered an Arlington mall employee. Shot it. The one boy shot him in the back, and I guess Charleston's one that handed him the gun from the back seat or whatever, and allegedly, and and so we were just talking about what's your price. Every man has a price. At that time, Charleston, his price for a young man was 12 years as opposed to a life sentence. But he had to betray his peers. So we was just talking about, was it worth it? And I'm saying he wasn't a repeat offender. So as time goes by, I think he's proven out to be the winner because he's actually been able to come back from it and build some type of life.
Yeah. I mean, what was he? How old was he at this time?
16.
Yeah, at 16, I definitely, at 16, I wouldn't have cared. Now, at 28, oh, I'm snitching.
Hey, say, if I didn't do it and you just pop somebody and we riding together and you make that decision, you done took your life into my hands. I'm getting my life out your hands. How about that?
My price, the ceiling is 3 years, and I usually don't give 3 years, so it's either two. I'll be like, all right, let me hold it down for the homie. 4 years, oh no, you're going down, brother.
See, that's a good. I mean, that's your perspective. Me, I'm not doing 6 months for you.
Nope.
If we doing dirt, I'm snitching.
Yep.
Yeah,
up.
but
or we both just got a murder charge.
Right, or we just both got a charge.
We're both dirty.
Yeah, we're
and
both.
by 2 years,
we can get away, and no.
By 2 years, I mean I know the system, and I know that if you get sentenced to 2 years in prison, then likely you're gonna be out in like 6 months, and then finish it on parole. So I can fade that. But I get what you're saying. I ain't doing 6 months. So I feel you. It would be I would sit and think about it. I would sit and think about it.
And in Charleston's case, it was capital murder. They just dropped it down to regular murder. It was cap, meaning death penalty.
And if we look at what he's done after that, he's the reason why they don't what is it? If you prosecute teenagers as adults, if they're youth, they can't get life like an adult. Charleston White did a lot of work with changing the laws in the state of Texas after that. That's an unlikely story, but he's one that kind of beat the odds of he did something, but he came out. It's almost like a redemption story. But we all have a price. And the price is, we went back to the book of Matthew, chapter 26, 14 through 16. Judas knew he was walking with the Son of God. Man, he sold him out for a bologna sandwich and some Kool-Aid.
He did. I mean,
straight up.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. I don't know why these youngsters think, oh man, I'm down by law, man. I die. Man, I'm not getting ready to take a dirt nap for a chump. Yeah. I'm not say, man.
Hey.
I can't say, man, I'm too old. Kurt, I don't even want to do 3 days.
Dog, I don't.
Hey, a great man once said, the year 2025 is the year of accountability. And I feel like my co-defendant needs to take accountability.
Already. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Straight up.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Hey man, and always remember this too when you choose your homeboys and stuff. People you gonna ride to the club and home with. When you play with doo-doo, you smell like it.
True.
And I mean, okay, so I get it, and I do agree that you gotta pick your homeboys wisely, but when I was out wilding, I will say that I mean it wasn't wise decisions whatsoever. But the wrong I was doing wrong right because and that's not an excuse. You shouldn't do that. Don't even do wrong right. Like, but we both, we both held it down for each other. Like it could have easily turned sideways. No, it didn't. We down by law.
Well, that's far and in between. You know what I'm saying? And I like I said, only a few people that I would be like, say, dude, we gonna eat this. We messed up. We gonna eat this together. Only a few people I do that, but only the few people that I would do that with, I will still go say, Kurt, don't do that.
Yeah. And I would never put you in that position.
Right,
as buck wild as I was, wherever we went, we came home together. Period.
Right. And it's always, a way you can. Well, see, it depends what kind of cats you running with too. If you running with some little chumps, say, man, you got to pick and choose your friends wisely, man. If you with some little runts, some dudes ain't got no home training, they got that mama boy mentality. They ain't good with their hands. They scared to get beat up, and they just chumps. A lot of people, short man complex don't start as a man. It started as a short kid, for real. And that dude, man, when I looked at him, I was like, wow, we was raised around cats that had that spirit, Kurt.
Yeah.
You could see the spirit of death on that dude when he was just sitting there looking at Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, that dude.
He looked dark. He had a dark aura around him.
Very dark, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Very dark.
Yep. That's why I don't have no sympathy for what he did. He probably saved lives getting that Negro off the street.
Yes. He had a very dark spirit about him. I'm like, man, I wouldn't want him out on the streets now. For real. He would be one that, you have to go ahead and do what you have to do and follow the proper protocol, because you can follow the proper protocol and walk away as a free person.
Yes.
You can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
But that dude didn't look right. So, I understand, again, big ups to urban politicians. He on that dude's head. He keep me, because I'm not really in the urban twist, but I watch him to stay up with what's going on with these rappers. I think the rap community and our rappers, just with the Lil Ron stuff that's going on in Dallas. I just saw a video with Rainwater getting into it with this big fat white guy for using the N-word on a podcast, and I guess they're in New Orleans or somewhere at a showcase or where they shopping, record deals or whatever with their artists, and they sprayed mace, and it's a lot of mess going on. And it's sad the way rap music has took a turn, a form of entertainment that has taken brothers out of the ghetto, brothers that didn't excel in school turned around and excelled in the music game, and millionaires, and made great lives for themselves. And now today's youth we're taking that and we're straight boo-booing on it. We got this trap music. Our content is zero. Our morals is zero. The cats are on the basically on the music snitching on themselves.
Right. Yeah.
I think that that was, and I always gotta mention K-Dot. I always gotta mention Kendrick Lamar in every video. I think that was a lot of his beef with the other, mainstream pop art rappers. The fact that hip hop started with a message and a goal, a destination, trying to lift up the people. And some people just don't do that. Some people don't do that. Some people are okay with pacifying everyone, but he's not trying to pacify. He doesn't want to do that,
Well, that goes back to the culture. Y'all on this cancel culture and all this crap. And if you this, you're a soft, or you a sellout, or you green, or whatever. I've heard some of the females on YouTube. They admitted. Matter of fact, I heard my homeboy's wife preach a sermon this morning. Big ups to Second Veil Ministries, Pastor Jordan and them. Say, man, she preached a sermon and I liked it because I like to hear the truth. And she just said she wanted a bad boy. She wanted the stupid boy, the thug. That's what she wanted, but that's not what God had for her life. The man God had for her changed the trajectory of her whole life. You know what I'm saying? And she just spoke up for what's really going on that don't nobody want to acknowledge. And what I've acknowledged, when people don't say nothing, they're still in it.
Yeah.
They still in it. They still attract to sagging britches.
Yep.
They still attract to sit with the remote in your hand and a joint. And I'm not dissing that. But I just don't believe in putting the buggy before the horse.
Right.
Like I tell every person I run into, well, he acts like a sissy. Well, the problem with him is he found his femininity before his manhood kicked in.
Yep.
He's upside down.
Yep.
Show him how to cut a yard before you show him how to braid his hair. Show him how to iron his own britches before you teach him how to sag. Better yet, teach him how to write in cursive before you let him cuss. Simple stuff. Our parenting, and I think what I saw in Charleston had a praying mother. And he knew better. And what he did was he fell back to what he knows. And if you look at it, that was so biblical. Oh, man, as I look at it, he reminds me of the prodigal son. Because the prodigal son was out there wilding out or crashing out, as Punchy would say. The prodigal son went out there and started crashing out. But then when he came to himself, when he remembered what his dad had taught him, when he came to himself, he was able to get on that witness stand and say, you know what? I'm getting a second chance at life. Homeboy, you did that? You gonna take this bid by yourself. This ain't no somebody stole a Snicker. Or this ain't no little stuff. You took a life. And like, hey, R.I.P. to that gentleman that lost his life. Michael Levy, his family, his wife, if he had children, his parents, R.I.P. Hey, that's not right. We're not endorsing it. Big ups to y'all. I hope y'all have found peace. time is your best friend. We've all lost loved ones, and time is our best friend with things like that. But we was just wanting to know with this, our cultural people are snitching and this and that. That's just like, I mean, our discussion the other night about, LeBron and Stephen A. Everybody got their opinions or whatever, but our end result was we had two brothers that had a disagreement, and no one lost their life, no one lost their job, no one lost anything over it.
That's a start.
That's a start right there.
Believe it or not. And how many people took away that? I never heard that perspective. Hey,
no one.
It was a spur of the moment thing because it was in the middle of a basketball game and emotions just
right.
Just like the little girl who hit the other girl, and you out there you want to win. Don't tell me in the moment you couldn't hit her upside the head because you're doing something athletic. You remember the old school football play where somebody's running a touchdown and the dude come off the bench and tackle him? He didn't mean to do that. He snapped.
Yeah, caught up in the moment.
That's
caught up in the moment. I mean, you look at what Mike Tyson did to Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
He bit his ear. Say he's in war. He was getting the brakes beat off of him.
Yeah. And head-butted all fight.
Yes. Holyfield was a dirty fighter. That's why he mumbling down. Because he was dirty.
Yeah.
Got tired of that.
He led with his head, man. It was headbutt then jab. I was like, dang.
Yeah. So it's a thing of I guess you get caught up in the it's a physical thing. I mean, like some of the things that you did, like we played with people like Scott Scroder and them, and they would put that tobacco in they mouth, a tobacco bag, and if you was going for a fumble or something, they'll spit that tobacco juice in your eyes to get that fumble.
Yep.
They'll do all kind of crazy stuff to you. It's you caught up in the competition. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back to a soul was taken, a life was taken. And what's your price? Did that have to happen, or did we lose a life to save a life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I really feel that if that wouldn't have happened, Charleston would have been the trigger man later on.
It's just a matter of time.
You
handed him the gun.
Yeah.
If you didn't want nobody shot, you would have said, "No, I ain't handing you shit."
Right, exactly. So really, he got in over his head, man.
Yeah, and you put the weapon in your boy's hand, however you want to say it. So,
right. And I would hate to, I don't know his relationship with God or whatever, but I know we all got to go meet him. And
when you hear him talk, I can't judge his relationship with God, but he got one.
Yeah, he got one. Yeah. I think that's how he made peace with it.
I'll give a grown man that. And for everybody else that don't like him, blah, 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 I accept him, right?
Right.
I'll keep my emotions to myself. I have opinions about everybody.
Right.
But do I need to say them, or is it important? No, it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
It's really not.
It's really not.
It's not really how important, but I don't see no devil when I look at him. I see wisdom when I look at that dude. Yeah. It's just in order for me to have to be friends with him, I had to go upside his head a little bit because he gonna try me. But other than that, I mean, and maybe he wouldn't, but he talk enough stuff to where I would like him, and still I could go out back and smack him up too. you know.
Right.
Because I accept it. I mean, that wouldn't keep me from being around him because he talked noise. Maybe when I get used to him, he'd be all right all the time. But like somebody that speak their mind, you shouldn't like them all the time.
Right. Exactly. You won't, because he's outspoken. He's outspoken. And it's made him a living. He don't have to go clock in. He's taking his experience. Man, this dude's on comedy tours.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, you was in Denton County with Collin County with him, wasn't you, Punch?
I was in Collin with no, not Collin. Wait, with who?
With Charleston White.
I was in Tarrant County with Charleston White. Only in the booking process though.
Okay, yeah. So but you know, hey, we just talking about what everybody has a price. I know my price will be cheap. And if I'm with some old everyday, I ain't gonna lie, if I'm with my homeboys in Texas, I'm snitching on y'all all together. I'm telling, I'm the number one witness, and I'm gonna go down to the witness protection, and I'm telling, and I might even lie. You hear me? And if for real, I ain't getting ready to go do no time for you. So I ain't even say Texas is some booty busters. I mean, them cats ain't got no heart. And you gotta, when you do trouble, it's usually the first one that speaks up get the least time.
You know it. First one tell get.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you know who you dealing with. That's why I say it's so important to pick and choose who you roll with. And if you got a homeboy that's guiding you down the wrong road, he ain't your homeboy anyway.
Yeah. See, and then this entertainment purposes only. Some people wouldn't let you make it to trial. Some people don't leave witnesses.
Exactly.
Somebody will get that in the morning.
Right.
For entertainment purposes only.
Right. Exactly.
My brother come on here and do his testimony in regards to this same topic.
Exactly.
He got knife.
I would have to tell from just being around people that's done major time, and I listen to them, and I kind of see their mental and the effects it has
on them. Yep.
Yeah, I would have to. That's why I'm really saying, man, and especially at the age I'm at now, like I said, I can't do a week. I can't do 3 hours.
Hey, you better choose yourself.
Thank you. Bet on yourself. For real. Bet on yourself. That's the key. Bet on yourself. For real. For real. Bet on yourself. I mean, gang meat. For real. I can wear it. Hey, blue and red is just a primary color. That's one of the primary colors. That's all it is. Ain't no more, no less to it. You wear whatever color. I ain't in all that game.
I look good in both of them. So,
see? Thank you. Yeah, all that. That's my homie too. We did all that thug life. That was a song. That was a song, young people. Tupac was not a gangster. He was a studio gangster.
Yeah.
And doing time is real. So we've been on here 53 minutes, but y'all ain't nothing new under the sun, as we said. Judas sold Christ out for how much, Kurt?
30 pieces of silver. And what did Judas do to him? Had his life in?
He hung himself.
He hung himself. It was better if he wasn't.
So betrayal hurts you.
Yeah.
So if you can stomach that, right?
Yeah.
So you the only one that can say if it's betrayal, or did they betray you by putting you in that position?
Hey, bro, that's another thing. The way Christ dissed him. He just told man, go. Yep. Go on and go. Oh, chunk.
He did.
Yeah, and people act like Christ is grace. No, Christ will take his hands off of you.
Yep.
He took his hands off of Judas.
Sure did.
Like, I see you. Go do what you gonna do.
Yeah. You already betrayed me in your heart.
Right. Yeah, it's already done.
It's done, homeboy.
Yeah, it's already done. And if you look at it, he couldn't have done, you know what? Even your Judas, I tell people this, watch your Judas. You need your Judas because your Judas will keep you on praying, keep you close to the Lord. You need your Judas. Right. Judas will keep you praying because he could have did it without Peter. He could have did it without Paul. He could have did what he did without Timothy, John. But you know what? He had to have Judas.
Yep.
Turn on him.
Yep.
To fulfill his purpose. So that, you want to always stay prayed up. You know what I'm saying? Because that Judas is always there.
Always, whether you know
always there. And any homeboy that want to see you do time or whatever, they got you in a doodle twist, got you behind the 8 ball, that's not your homeboy anyway. You need to take him outside and y'all need to just square up and beat him up and don't run with him no more.
Yep.
That's almost like me going to, and we got homeboys like that. We know, we know, okay, I'm going to give this scenario and then we'll close out with this. Kurt, if you had, if we were going to do something, let's see, it's you, me, I'm going to make it grimy, and I hope we see it. It's me, you, P. Diddy, and Charles Jr. Who you gonna take out of that? Who gonna be the Judas in that crew?
Chuck.
Straight up. You gotta watch who you run with, and that's family. That's family.
Let me run this by you. We get jumped on in Tulsa by the whole Tulsa TU football team. We up there with your older brother and my older cousin, who was missing when we got jumped on. It wasn't like it was a 30-second fight. It was a melee. Like
Charles Jr., he was in the car.
That's all, man.
That's what you don't run with. Young people don't run with people like that. For real, because sometimes you got to know how to get out of areas. If you got to pick up bottles, ain't no rules that, well, that ain't what we talking about.
That ain't what, that's for another, that's another.
That's another topic. But yeah, we just want to talk about that, y'all, today, have a little Sunday brunch discussion, because, a lot of people coming down on Charleston White, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, come on now. If this boy, it's almost like you have no right. They're gonna keep this man on a decision he made as a teenager.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It is so weak that you got to go and dig up 16-year-old Charleston White to convict a 40-year-old Charleston White.
Yeah,
that's some weak old.
Yeah, that's booty juice in cupcakes. That's booty juice for real. For real. Leave that man alone. The man making his paper. He making moves. He's done more positive than negative.
Yeah. And then and if he bothers you so much, you need to ask yourself why.
Yes. Because hit dogs holler.
I mean,
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't bother me at all.
Can a man just be a man and everybody that be all right?
Yeah.
And if he personally crossed you, then y'all have a word about that.
Right.
But can that man just be that man?
You know who it bothers?
Who it bothers?
People that snitch.
On that note.
Only punch. Yeah, only punch.
Yeah, on that note, punch. Say, tell my sister, tell my, what is it called, daughter-in-law, Miss Kenya, I said, what's up? What's up? Say, man, y'all hit that thumbs up. Y'all subscribe. Pass this on. Share this. Charleston White, we with you, my guy. Keep doing what you doing. Hey, man, somebody got to tell on somebody. And if you try to get me in trouble, I'm snitching on your mama, your daddy, your grandma, and everybody. I ain't doing no time. I can't do 3 hours for you. I can't even get.
I'm calling DHS and the food stamp people on you and everything.
I'm calling everything. Yeah. For real. I'm calling CPS, UPS, Amazon. I'm calling everybody. So, yo, hey, man. Y'all, we out of here. Y'all stay up, man. Stay up. Deuces.
Oh, man.